There are moments when you pray and nothing happens. You cry, you ask, you wait, and heaven seems still. No signs, no answers, just quiet. But maybe the silence isn't a sign that God is gone. Maybe it's proof that He's closer than you think. Because silence in God's world often means something is happening behind the scenes. Think of how seeds grow in the dark. Quiet doesn't mean nothing is moving. It means something is being formed slowly, purposefully. You're not being ignored. You're being shaped. You're not abandoned. You're being prepared. We often think that God's presence must come with noise, thunder, signs, sudden change. But more often He comes like a whisper. In the silence, He's building trust. Not the kind of trust that needs constant reassurance, but the kind that holds on when there's nothing left to hold. The silence is stretching your faith, not crushing it. He's removing distractions so you can hear Him in ways you never could before. It's not about hearing a voice. It's about knowing He's still writing your story even when the page feels blank. This is where real faith begins. God's silence doesn't mean He's indifferent to your pain. He sees the weight you carry, the prayers you whisper, the moments when you almost give up. But instead of rushing in with quick fixes, He waits, because He's doing something deeper. He's changing your heart, not just your situation. Sometimes what you think you need is not what will truly heal you. That's why He doesn't answer fast, because fast answers don't build deep roots. He's not ignoring you. He's refining you. And the refining process often happens in places where everything feels quiet and still. If you feel God's whisper today, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to hear more. It's in the silence that your faith is tested, and it's in the silence that your character is formed. When God doesn't speak, you learn to hold on to what He already said. You remember His promises. You go back to the last thing He whispered, and you anchor yourself there. This isn't the end. This is the middle, the place where many quit, but the faithful stay. God isn't late. He's just not working on your schedule. He's not showing up how you expected, but He's never stopped moving. Mountains don't always move loudly. Sometimes they shift in stillness. You've been asking for signs, for a word, for a breakthrough. But God sometimes answers with a silence that invites you to go deeper. He doesn't want you to just hear Him. He wants you to trust Him. Trust without evidence. Faith without proof. That's the kind of belief that moves His heart. In the silence, He teaches you that your feelings are not the foundation. He is. You may feel alone, but you are not forsaken. You may feel forgotten, but your name is still written on His hands. The silence isn't empty. It's full of Him if you choose to look. Look back. Can you see it? Every season of silence in your life has led to something stronger, something clearer. God never wasted a moment, even when you didn't understand. This silence you're in now, it's doing something too. It's building endurance. It's deepening trust. It's preparing the ground for something you can't yet see. The waiting is not a void. It's a womb. Something is forming. And when it breaks through, you'll realize why the silence had to last as long as it did. His timing is always tied to transformation, not comfort, not speed, but change. Maybe the reason God is quiet is because He's letting your roots grow deep, because shallow faith doesn't survive storms and He knows what's ahead. So He allows silence, not to distance you, but to develop you, to teach you how to walk by faith, not by sight, to trust the process, not just the outcome. The silence is sacred. It's not a punishment. It's preparation. If He answered every prayer instantly, you'd never learn to stay. But staying teaches strength. Waiting builds wisdom. And silence becomes the space where the loudest transformation begins. God is silent, but He's never still. Every unanswered prayer, every quiet morning, every tear you've cried in the dark, it all matters. He's moving mountains in ways you can't see yet. He's rearranging things behind the curtain of your life, and when the time is right, what seemed silent will explode with purpose. Don't give up in the quiet. Lean into it. Trust that He's doing more in the silence than you could ever imagine in the noise. The mountain is moving, even if all you hear is stillness. What if the silence you're in right now is the place God is preparing your greatest breakthrough? Tell me, have you ever seen silence turn into something sacred?